Noxious stimuli. I think with the intentional anti-fascist activism in Seattle now, there's a lack of discussion about fucking with people to make some fucking art nobody wants to fucking hear. In other words, making music, making voice and sound to disrupt. With people screaming out in the world there's climate change, and young girls, young little boys, pleading for their lives in South America from the bullies who are so dominant. The cartels who are so thoughtful with their distribution of drugs and free and free and free and free now. Noxious stimuli in the context of my apartment has to do with a neighbor who uses her voice as a witch, magician, mysterious wisdom elder, dressed in black, staring long and hard. Early in the morning and very late at night. Anybody who wants to do mushrooms or some weed in these conditions ends up vomiting. However, in Seattle, she's the gold standard of gender neutrality and all equality now. And her freedom to fuck with people intentionally, deciding and choosing the voices and the whispers, not spontaneously and schizophrenically, but as a plan for a psychic ability. Now, a brain talking to a brain talking to a brain inside of a skull, a brain talking to a brain inside of a skull, and then the mouth picking who the brain inside of the skull talks to in world. Philosophers and theorists could debate for years and their whole lifetime why the woman who's gender neutral would choose to fuck with someone whether she can stop the process or not. Instead of allowing her schizophrenia and multi-personality confusion to use her apartment not as a location for her disorder and disease, but as where she can do whatever the freaking heck gosh darn she, as a gender neutral human, wants to do now. Organizing equality and burning some smells, lighting some candles, probably. And nobody gives a fucking goddamn hell what the fuck she does on a Saturday in her fucking god fucking awful whore show. There's older men who say to a woman in this example, "You're a bitch, shut the fuck up." And they're not completely incorrect, with the limits exceeded day after day after day, every single second of the year, until a new year begins. And she takes out her trash and stares and stares and stares. And although there was difficulty in the beginning, not knowing, was there a golden pussy? Eventually eliminated with the passive seeing and the passive hearing of complete and total insanity. Having an apartment in a city where there's thousands of dollars required to have this kind of home, and choosing, instead of having a kitchen, a bathroom, and no closet to share with your roommates, fucking, screwing, disrupting, and causing intentional suffering for those who don't make these choices and decisions and struggle with these problems with awareness not caused by drugs, starvation, and sleep deprivation now. In this example, there's only one connecting part of a human. Used biologically to make other humans. And so what's required has to do with beginning to hate women. Having frustration with equality and all of those required words and letters and sounds and mathematics of inclusion now. And then eventually, after everyone dies and the bully stands tall in their black Gothic Victorian clothing style, and no babies run around anymore now, and nobody laughs and giggles and has spontaneous play, the worst parts of religion will finally be explained by this cult esoteric emotion-faced mood duality now.